Welcome back to the William Hill Football Writers Association podcast. I've got former FWA chairman Paul Hetherington here, football editor of the Daily Star Sunday. Just been at the England camp, talking to a few of the players and getting ready for the Belgium game. Paul, how do you see it?
I think everybody who's associated with England at the moment is actually really enjoying this World Cup, probably a lot more than they perhaps expected to. Obviously, results have a huge bearing on that. Played 2-1-2. Admittedly, 2 games you'd expect England to win, but they have done the job. There hasn't been an embarrassment. They have qualified for the last 16, and you can just sense the whole mood around the camp being understandably very positive.
Now, strange anomaly in the betting. England currently 10-1 outright to win the World Cup. If they end up winning Group G, that drifts out to 12-1. If they come second, it goes into 8-1, which suggests the bookies are following the general consensus that it's better to come second. But how are England going to play that?
Well, England aren't going to go out and try and lose the match. That's for sure. And both teams are going to make changes. It'll be interesting to see what the two lineups are. It'll be interesting to see, if one country makes significantly more changes than the other one. It is a hard one to call. I think those odds reflect that a bit. Everything's kind of a little bit up in the air in terms of whether England play Monday or Tuesday. As I say, the important thing is that they already know they're in the last 16. But my view is that England will do their utmost to win the game. I think it's important to keep the momentum going. 3 wins out of 3 would be a statement of sorts, even though we might not be seeing a Belgian team with perhaps Hazard and De Bruyne, maybe 1 or 2 of their top stars certainly won't start the game. But by the same token, I don't think all our top players will start the game. So it's a great opportunity for the other lads in the squad who haven't had a game yet or have only had a few minutes. So, my view is very clear on this. England will do their utmost to win it, and just as they'll do their utmost to win every game they play.
Now, a few minutes ago, we had Jordan Pickford sitting here, another Sunderland lad like yourself. And he was saying, he hasn't really had a save to make, 1 penalty, but and one that went past him. It's going to get tougher, isn't it, for the goalkeepers? But he seems to be the number one, and do you think Gareth will stick with him throughout?
I think Gareth will stick. I think he is, there's no doubt at all. He is the established number one now. Whether or not he's one of the changes for the Belgian game remains to be seen. Gareth may feel it's better, particularly from a continuity point of view in goal, to keep him where he is. I'm certainly, there's no doubt at all that Pickford will want to play, and he'll be looking for his first clean sheet. You could see how annoyed he was the other night when he conceded a goal against Panama. Not that he could do much with it. It was an excellent finish, actually, wasn't it? But that would slightly spoil his night.
And of course, the other big one is Harry Kane. He wants to play in every game, doesn't he? So does Southgate rest him because he doesn't want him to be injured for the last 16 game, or does he play him because Harry's captain and he wants to play every game and he wants to score? He wants that golden boot, doesn't he? Currently favourite at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's no doubt at all that Harry won't want to miss the game. He'll be very conscious of his position at the top of the table in terms of the golden boot. I'm certain he was delighted when Ronaldo failed to convert that penalty last night, which I think surprised quite a few people, particularly Ronaldo, I would imagine. But once again, Gareth's got to look at that and think, we're already through. As much as I want to win the game, as I'm certain he will, as I say. Would this be an opportunity if he's going to give players a break? This would obviously be the game to do it.
Now, just looking at the odds, Belgium's slight favourites, really not much in it. But so tomorrow night, would it be a disaster if Belgium win and England do come second in that group?
No, it wouldn't be a disaster. And as you were just saying, Jerry, there's probably a view that it might be better for England to finish second in the group. It's not particularly a view I subscribe to, but there is that view on it.
Or maybe they could play out a draw and just pick up a couple more yellow cards and then finish second on that way. But
it's going to get very complicated for everybody reporting that match live on Thursday night to work out the permutations if it ends up being a draw. But no, going back to your original point, a defeat would not be a disaster. But you never want to lose, do you?
Yeah. And just going the tournament in general, from your point of view, it's looked fantastic. Some of the football on show and the drama, the excitement. How have you seen it?
I think the tournament has been excellent. I think it's been entertaining. There's been loads of goals. The tone was set, if you like, to start with by the host Russia, starting so well. And of course, right at the start of the tournament, we had Spain v Portugal, which was an absolute classic of a match. It'll be hard to see a game in Russia this summer which is better than that. But just mentioning those two countries, Spain and Portugal, two of the strongest nations obviously here, they both had a bit of a shock last night, didn't they? They both qualified, but Spain were losing to Morocco till right the end of the game, and obviously Portugal wouldn't expect to play Iran and not win. Having said that, that VAR decision was an absolute nonsense, and robbed Portugal of a win.
Yeah, I mean that's the other big talking point so far is VAR.
Yeah.
Hit on this.
I can understand obviously why it is in place, but to me it's too often a miss for a number of reasons. It disrupts the flow of the game. But the main thing is, you know, if it's there, it's got to be there to get things right, which might have been wrong or which were wrong. And last night, something which was right, in my opinion, was turned into something which was wrong. So the system clearly is flawed.
So a little bit of work to do. Perhaps the referees just need to understand a little bit more about
Maybe a lot of work to do.
Great stuff. Paul, thank you very much. Remember, keep coming back to the William Hill FWA podcast.